Hey guys, welcome to another week of WoW Weekly with Myst. And for today's video, while I'm blabbing, we'll be doing some Nighthold here. Ironically, the main reason for this is not the mount and it's not the transmog, which is usually the two reasons I do this. The main reason is our quest log. I've been struggling with the quest log a lot lately. And I need to try to get some of these quests done. And this is one of the quests I have. It's the skip quest, and I really haven't done a whole lot of Legion stuff since BFA hit. So I'm 2 out of 4. This'll knock out 3 out of 4, and then next week I'll go in and finish the quest, and that'll get one quest out of our quest log, and we'll be doing that to some other raids that I have skip quests. So anyway, I can't totally remember what our goal was last week. Oh yeah, it was to work on flying. We're doing good. I have not been focusing it like every day, every rare, no. I do some rare farms, but it is a lot of rare farming daily to do. So I really just haven't had the time to go after all of them. And I'm not really in a rush anyway, because with Mechagon having the jetpacks and then us having the whistle, I really don't see a huge need for flight at the moment. But we're still doing good. I'm honored, so we just gotta get to Revered and we'll have it. So we should have it soon. I'm not sure if we'll have it by the end of this week, but we will make it the goal again, and we'll see when I do the next WoW Weekly how close we are. But yeah, like I said, I'm not focusing it. There's a lot of extra things I could be doing for rep that I just could care less about. So yeah. But for sure within the next couple of weeks we'll have it. So that's it for the accomplishments and goals and all that. There hasn't been a whole lot going on. Another goal I would like to set for myself for this week is the quests. That is a bigger goal than the rep is right now. My main goal this week is going to be to knock out those quests. And, this is something I will say in a couple of minutes, but Pet Battles is going to be next week. Or this week, I mean. And yeah, a lot of those quests are pet battle quests. So that's one of the biggest things we're going to be working on for next week. So yeah, all in all, long story short, our goals for this week will be, number 1 goal is to clear the quest log out. And the number 2 goal is to work on our rep for flying. So for this week, we have Dark Moon that started yesterday. So you can go there to do your professions or whatnot, achievements, stuff like that. Also good for farming rep. So it's a good week to have rep as a goal. And experience if you want to level alts. So like I just said, Pet Battles is also the weekly, so, a good time to level up pets. I'd actually suggest Pet Battles for, a lot of you, unless you're really dead set against Pet Battles, mainly because they're, you can get rep from them out in the new areas as well, and the way Pet Battles have always worked is, if you're a casual pet battle person, you go nowhere. Pet battles are a whole different system. A lot of the time when it comes to the level 25 pet battles, which is most expansions nowadays, you need specific pets. specific brands. So it's a great time to level up different versions of pets, like mechanical, beast, undead. Yeah, it's a great time to have multiple leveling going on there. We also have the PvP Brawl that will be this week, and it's the Packed House. And then on July 13th, there will be the Luminous Luminaries event. It's a 1-day event. And also, this is the week that Season 3 starts. So we'll have Season 3 Mythics, Season 3 PvP. The new raid will come out. It's going to be normal and heroic only. Also, we'll have the Mechagon Dungeon available, and I have a bunch of stuff to talk about on that topic in a little bit. So that is everything going on for this week. The affixes are going to be Fortified, which is adds that have 20% more health and inflict 30% more damage. Bolstering, which is basically when like an ad dies, it like empowers its like allies near them, and that increases their damage and health by 20%. Skittish is a tanking thing. It's when the mobs don't pay attention to a tank's threat. And then, of course, if you do Mythic plus 10 or higher, there will be the Begwilling, which is the new Season 3 affix, and that will be Ashara's emissaries present in the dungeon. So yeah, extra mobs, basically. Okay, so the first bit of news is the WoW Classic Beta. It's ending. So if you are in the beta, take advantage of it this week, because its last day will be July 12th. So you have until July 12th to enjoy the beta, and then we're gonna sit here and wait till August 27th shows up, when it releases to the entire world. Just kind of backtracking a bit, back to the raid, just in case you're interested. The loot level will be 400 for LFR, 415 for normal, 430 for heroic, and 445 for mythic. And like I said, keep in mind that this week is normal and heroic, so it'll be 415 and 430 gear that you can obtain this week. Okay, so for professions, there's a bunch of new stuff. So for alchemy, there is new potions. They are better versions of potions that are out. For example, my character, my druid, since I'm Boomkin, I use the Flask of Endless Fathoms, which gives me 238 intellect for an hour. The new potions are the Greater Flask, which now will give me 360 intellect for 1 hour. And of course that applies to, all rolls, right? Intellect, stamina, strength, and agility. Of course the numbers are different. Like for example, stamina, it'll now be 540 for an hour. Strength will now be 360 for an hour. And what was the other one? Agility, yeah. Agility will now be 360 for an hour. So blacksmith and engineering have a new item that will be available this coming up week, mainly because where you obtain it will become available. So basically, This picture here that I have put on screen, this is a new mount that can be crafted by both a blacksmith and an engineer. The reason you haven't been able to get it yet is because the pattern drops in the Mechagon dungeon, which of course isn't available yet. It'll be available tomorrow. So there's an item for the blacksmith called the Monolite Reinforced Chassis, and it is a pattern that drops in Operation Mechagon. It drops off a boss called Cujo. And once you get that pattern, you'll be able to make that, of course. Okay, so now where engineering comes into place is once you make that item that you got off of the boss in the pattern that you got off the boss in Operation Mechagon, off that same boss, if you're an engineer, you get a pattern for the supercharged engine. To make the mount, you need the engineering item and you need the blacksmith item. So this is a great mount if you have alts. So definitely. And if any of you guys from my guild are watching this video and you're like, well, fuck, I only have one character. I do have alts. I will help you out. So keep that in mind that, you know, if you have an engineer but not a blacksmith, or you have a blacksmith but not an engineer, just hit me up. I'll get the pattern. Of course, I'd be doing that anyway, and we'll get the item made. I do also think that this is going to be a money maker. I think blacksmiths and engineers are going to be making quite a bit of money now, because the way I've been seeing how this all works is that you don't necessarily have to be a blacksmith and an engineer to make the mount. You just gotta be a blacksmith and an engineer to make the items that make the mount. So as far as I'm seeing, it doesn't say that the items bind to you. Only the pattern binds to you. The items appear to be a BOE. So realistically, you could start selling off these items, and that way it works great in two directions. One, blacksmiths and engineers could potentially start making some money. And two, if you don't have a blacksmith or an engineer, you just go buy the two parts and you use them together and it creates this mount for you. Now, speaking of these items, in case you're curious what mats you'll need, maybe, you're watching this video the day it posts and you're like, well, it comes out tomorrow, I'll go grind the mats, before reset and I'll be good to go, right? So if you're a blacksmith, the mats you are going to need to make the monolite reinforced chassis is 75 monolite ore, 65 storm silver ore, 30 platinum ore, and then you will also need 20 of the elemental flux. If you are an engineer wanting to make the supercharged engine, which is the other part for the mount, then the mats you will be going after is 100 monolite ore, 50 storm silver ore, 25 insulated wiring, 12 chemical blasting cap, and 8 expulsum. Now, on the topic of engineer, I did notice a pattern that you can get off the quartermaster in Mechagon. I noticed it a couple of days ago when I was doing my dailies, and it is the Blingtron 7000. So that is available in the game right now. You do need to be exalted to get the pattern, but yeah, there is a Blingtron 7000, and the quartermaster is beside the meeting stone for Mechagon, right in the main town when you get in that area. So he's easy to find. You just go up to the top. Okay, so next up is fishing. Fishing is a great one to use for your rep grind, by the way. So I'll just put that out there while you may want to do what I'm going to mention next. So the new thing with the fishing is the hyper compressed ocean. It is a toy, and it's pretty cool. And there's also the secret fish goggles. So now how this works is first you'll have an achievement called the Secret Fish of Mechagon. Once you complete that full achievement for catching all those fish, you will get rewarded with the secret fish goggles. So when you get that, you'll be able to do the secret fish and where to find them achievement, which has a lot more fish in the achievement. And then that one is the one that rewards you with the toy. So yeah, and like I said, in the meantime, while you're doing that achievement, you could be gaining some bonus rep off of doing fishing for that area. Okay, the new jewel crafting stuff is similar to the new alchemy stuff. Same gems, just improved versions of them to give you better stats. Like, for example, the Krakens that pretty much most of us would have. It gives you like the 80 intellect, 80 agility, 80 strength. Well, you will now have 120 on it for your improved. Same with your lower, well, I won't really say lower quality gems, but the ones that don't have like your main stats, they have like crit. Those ones for crit mastery and all that, they have 40 on them. Their improved versions will have 60. And also there is higher item level gear that the jewel crafter can do now. They can make rings that are like 410, 425, 440 now. So if you need rings, you could go to a jewel crafter for that. And they are BOEs. The leatherworking, you can make some new armor, 410, 425, and 440 item level, and some improved stuff to items you already have. And as for like, gathering stuff like, herb, skin, mining, you may notice some new materials out in the world regarding those. Tailoring, not too much going on there. I already have noticed over the past while that there was an improved bag. It's the embroidered deep sea bag, so 32 slot bag. And once again, if you guys are part of, my guild and you need some bigger bags there, just let me know. I'm able to make all of them, so. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys for this week's WoW Weekly with Myst. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you've been having a good time in the new areas. Let me know in the comment section if you have flying yet. What achievements you've obtained since 8.2 dropped. What mounts you've maybe gotten. Yeah, let me know how things are going for you. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.